What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Sam the Beer Guy channel. Today we're going to talk about the 1, 6 minor, 4, 5 chord progression. If you like these videos, want to see more chord videos where I just talk about basic chords and how to make them sound better and just different ways to play them, make sure you like, sub, share, comment, and all the things because it helps the algorithm. So yeah, 1, 6 minor, 4, 5. So this is, when I think of, these chord progressions, there's kind of more cliche ones and less cliche ones. This is definitely a cliche one. I'd say about half of these are less cliche and poppy, and this one is more cliche and poppy, so... So this one very much to me feels like one chord is the center. So it's starting off, it's just kind of moving away to relative minor, which is just a different tonic in a different world, but kind of tonic. And then 4 is like very close to that, and then you're just resolving back to it. So it just feels very grounded. This is like, when the doors open and the bride walks down the aisle. It's like, hey, what chord progression do I think of? This one. So it's like, hey, sit down, I want to tell you a story. This is what this one kind of feels like. Is this Blink One? I owe you. Is this I see? I cannot deny. I need somebody and always. I think stop this pain tonight. Stop this pain. Your way, your time. I need already a voice inside my head. Miss you. Maybe that's not quite right, but I was just talking about that song with someone yesterday, so maybe it's just in my head. But yeah, this feels very just one-centered. Every chord is just one or kind of subtonic or relative minor or relative tonic, and then dominant to resolve back to that loop. And so this feels very grounded to me. Honestly, I don't feel like I see this a ton. Maybe I do. I'm not thinking of anything. This progression is not. I don't feel like I see this in the worship world a ton. But maybe I'm just completely missing a ton of stuff. But I don't feel like this one's almost too corny for worship, which I never thought would happen, or I would say that. But this one just feels, just really just. It has a purpose and it's great. But it feels very grounded, very one. So you can, again, with a lot of these, you can just hammer your way through this. Oh, that's a different one. Sorry. So then you can do, C shapes. It's kind of where F major 7, C shape over F, sus. Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119
Yeah, so even as I change the tempo, change, the type of vibe I'm setting, it just feels very one chord, and then kind of get away from the one chord a little bit, then kind of get a little bit away from the one chord even more, and then we're back to or dominant to resolve to one. That's just how this progression makes me feel. It's different. The other one's like one, like that one feels kind of the same, right? It's like very one. It's this dominant two instead of back to one. It's like the relative minor and then there, and so it has the same type of vibe. We're like 6 minor 4, like you're going towards one here, because it starts on 6 minor. It has it almost feels minorish, and then it kind of opens up and resolves to one as you move through it. Open, 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 open up, resolve, little tension, then minor, resolve, open, 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 one. So that's kind of how it feels. Then 4, 1, 5, 6. Kind of feels like 6 minor is the destination. That's where it lands, right? Open, kind of resolved, then back to dominant, and then where's it going? Here. So that's how that one feels. This one just feels like one is just kind of the thread through the whole thing, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just how this one makes me feel. And so that's, you can take, these progressions, 1, 5, 6 minor 4, 6 minor 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 5, 6 minor, 1, 6 minor 4, 5. They all kind of have different tonalities and vibes and characteristics and personalities, each one of those progressions, and they're just using the same 4 chords. You're just rearranging how they flow. And so even though we do make a lot of jokes about there's only 3 or 4 chords in music and whatever, and we make a lot of jokes, and they're true. I mean, there's not a ton of chords being used in popular music. There is a lot to be said about how you arrange them, what words you associate with certain chord progressions. If you're singing a song about like I hate my life and everything's really sad, but you're doing it to this, I hate my life, it's like, yeah, but this is this kind of feels happy, so what happens next? And so there is a songwriting and artistic skill set with tying up lyrics with certain chord progressions, and also there's a whole sonic palette that exists now that didn't exist 50 years ago that can also create different ambiances. And so, but yeah, the 1, 6 minor 4, 5, very grounded on one. It's very just one, it all comes back to one to me. And so, yeah, that's how that chord progression makes me feel. Hopefully this has been helpful. 1, 6 minor 4, 5. If you like these videos, make sure to like, sub, share, comment, all the things, and I'll see you in the next one.